Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of Not a Real Podcast with your favorite host. I am Church.
And I am Chi Anderson.
Yes. It is 314 week. You better come with some more enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I didn't say dance. You don't even know how to dance. First off, you're...
Get on.
I ain't gonna do it yet.
It's too early. You legit just started.
We have an amazing guest on today. This is a great friend of ours. We've been waiting on her to come for a mighty long time, but she is about
excited.
18 different states away.
Yep.
But she down there killing it though,
Really
so
nice.
it's okay. But she done came in town
I
for
did.
314 day.
I
We
did.
turning up the whole weekend
We
for the
are.
city. And today we have the one and the only Alana. Can I say your whole name?
Yeah.
Alana Marie Woodson in the building. Yes. She's an amazing mom, a creative, a
St. Louis
wife,
native,
a
okay.
St. Louis native,
Watch you
all
graduate,
the things.
Because not
And we-
only is she fine,
talk about it.
but she has the brains too.
Okay. And we about to get into all of that today, okay? So, Alana, introduce yourself to the people. Tell them a little bit about you, and then we go dive right on in because we got questions.
Lots of them.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little nervous, y'all. As Homeboy said, I am Alana Marie Woodson. I go by Alana Marie in the creative space. Dallas-based, St. Louis bred. I know the high school question. I went to Hazelwood West.
You know we was going to ask, and I'm glad you beat us to it.
Oh, Lord.
Pipe down.
It's okay. It's
Pipe
okay.
down. Class of 08.
They still open?
Ooh.
Don't do
Sorry.
Do
You
you know
supposed
where
to
she
be my
went?
friend.
Do you know where she went?
Where'd you go? Central?
Worse.
You went to East?
Worse.
No.
Oh.
Don't say worse,
Keep
Jay.
going. I bet you she going to figure it out.
So you in the
She's not-
city? You was in the city? You went to Beaumont?
No.
Okay. that's
Okay,
far.
now that right above
Okay,
Beaumont.
listen.
No, let me go. Right above Beaumont. Let's
So it was
see.
county then. It's really city now.
Right above Beaumont. Let's see.
Not
Riverview?
right above.
Not yet.
Way better than Riverview.
Yeah,
Child.
absolutely not.
Normandy?
There you go.
What's that, Viking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Christmas colors.
I still love you,
Trash.
but baby, you know I
No.
gotta
Oh,
represent.
you
No.
was
Okay.
a sexy
No.
red. Okay. But yeah, I went to Hazelwood West, graduated from Mizzou, studied communications, came back, worked at Sodan High School. Shout out to Sodan. Those are my babies.
Okay.
Went to WashU, got my social work degree.
Social work degree?
Yeah, I got a social work degree.
So what'd you get at Mizzou?
Communications.
I didn't even know you went to Mizzou.
Yeah. I got
Do
one
those
out
two even
there.
match?
Okay.
'Cause I want to know.
The long of the short. So I've always been interested in just communications and writing and artistry. Like I always loved documentaries and just watching shows. Like I'll be 12 watching Lifetime movies. So I went to Mizzou, got my communications degree, but I was also super passionate about like fatherhood advocacy work. So I interned at the Fatherhood Support Center. At the time I had my own blog that I was writing in at the time. But I didn't know how to merge my passion for service and artistry until I got to grad school. So while I was at Mizzou, I was a teen mom mentor. I had my daughter at 19. I also was very, very interested in researching like fatherhood advocacy policy, child support modification policy. I interned at the Father Support Center. So I was doing all that in undergrad. Served in the AmeriCorps for 2 years, came back home, and I served in the AmeriCorps as a college advisor at Sodan.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, because listen, and real talk, we really do need to say that to people who work in education.
Yeah.
From
I agree.
administrators to the lunch
Listen.
ladies
I
to the
agree,
janitors
man.
to the baby.
Because I know I gave them hell back in school.
Ooh, where'd you go to school?
I went to Riverview.
Review. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to be nice when he said Riverview.
Riverview?
They're not even accredited. So
They were when I was there.
They were.
they got like rats and stuff, don't they? Jay?
Never did we
Don't
have no
do
rats.
that.
Never did we have no rats.
Don't do that.
I take rats over
But no.
STDs
Why,
and
Jay?
testing the whole.
Don't
I
do it,
remember
Jay.
that too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I wasn't 30 yet.
Okay. She
Right,
said that's
right.
98.
Sure.
I walked across the stage
Whatever.
already.
So you mentioned your daughter, but you actually have two daughters,
I got two
right?
girls,
You are a
two
whole
girls.
mom out here.
Oh, mama.
That
A
is
girl
crazy.
mom.
What is
Yeah.
that like? A girl mom at that? You got
Yes.
two of them. Tell us about that.
I always say I have been a mom longer than I've been a woman because I got pregnant at 18. So every adult decision that I've made up to this point has always been in consideration of young Addie. So I call them
Yeah.
young Addie and young Demi. Do I
Yeah.
call them that in real life? Yes, I do. Addie and Demi, but it's amazing. Like I don't know what life is like without them. And
Yeah.
then with the inclusion of Demi, she's 2 now. And so I was
Wow.
nervous because I was like, it's only been me and Addie. Like that's all I know is
Yeah.
my heart big enough to expand for this new life.
Yeah.
Baby, young Demi came in.
Hey, shut it down.
I gave birth to her on the living room floor.
For real?
So, like how she came into this world, that is her personality to a T.
Wow.
Yes.
Because
So
just
what is
the
the
pictures you be
difference, though?
posting.
Yes.
What's the difference with mommying Addie and mommying Demi?
I say Addie wasn't no guinea pig, right? Because I didn't know what I was doing. But I had way more energy.
It be like that, yeah.
I was more open. Like, I had a 96 Pontiac Grand Prix. It had no heat
Did you
in the
have
car.
speakers in it, though?
I did not. It was my
Ooh,
granny
because
car.
She had speakers
It
in
sounded like she had two 12s in the back of that thing.
It was my granny car, and it had cloth seats, and you know the summers be hot. And then I had got to this accident, and then the driver door didn't open, so I had to climb in through the passenger side.
What a time to be
Me
alive.
and Addie was riding, baby.
What
Her
a
back
time to be
sweating,
alive,
her back
boy.
sweating in the car
Humble
seat.
beginnings.
So now I gotta know, what was the song that you played in that night? Like when this song come on, it take you back to that car. I just gotta know this.
What was this? Oh,
I was gonna save it for the
Come on,
rapid
rude
fire.
boy, get it up.
Hey,
Come on,
Rihanna,
boy,
let's
boy,
go.
you big
Let's
enough.
go. Was that off the, what is it, Good Girl, Be Bad? What
Probably
was-
her last one because we ain't heard nothing since.
That's
Word
that
to
lady.
Rihanna.
She having babies and creating
Being a
empires.
billionaire
Yeah,
and
she
whatnot.
ain't got to do all that.
That is crazy. So yes, what's the age range? What?
They're 13 years apart. So Addie will be 16 in September, and Demi just turned 2.
Crazy.
So-
What was it like starting over?
She came and I was like, what was I thinking? What was I? But you know, Demi is my husband's first biological child. And
Okay.
so this time being like, I'm married, I'm partnered,
Mhm.
I'm older.
Mhm.
My in-laws literally live 3 minutes from me. So we
Oh, that's
have all the
beautiful.
hands-on
Perfect.
support.
Yeah.
And Addie actually has 3 siblings. So I have young Demi and her biological father has 2 other siblings. So Addie went from being an only child to a big sister of 3 in the span of like 18 months.
That's crazy.
So to see her be in like that big sister role has been beautiful.
And how's your husband doing in the house with 3?
Wrapped and down, wrapped
Wrapped and dapped.
wrapped
is
and
it?
young Demi. We're spoiled.
Yeah.
I love that for y'all,
I
though.
love that for me too.
Yes.
Because we said that in the vows. It was silent, but it was in the
I
vows.
love it. That's crazy.
Those are
So
nice.
let me ask, because from what you be posting a lot, you post a lot about Addie's hooping career
Yeah.
and everything. And, you know, I've been loving the progression. Like you straight be giving us real just internet nieces.
Yeah.
Because of everything that you post, which is the content creator in you. We'll go get more into that. But
Yeah.
she's an amazing hooper. And did you used to hoop?
Okay. Because I don't want y'all in
'Cause
the
you got the
comments
height.
talking about.
We
Okay.
automatically assume.
I
you know.
started, my dad put me in the 7th grade. And I feel like I would have fared better if I started earlier. So I started Eddie in 3rd grade.
Okay.
But I always been tall, and my dad just assumed because I was tall. Well, he took me to one practice. We practiced at the old Berkeley High School. Put me on that court, and the coaches was like, "Yeah." My dad was like, "Hold on now."
Yeah, wait.
Whoa.
Let him put the
So
ball in the earth.
I was decent, but I wasn't passionate about it. Addie is passionate about the game. She trains. She ball handles in the hallway. My husband trains her. She has it in her blood. Like
I love it.
Passionate about the game. So
Man.
I'm that mama in that stands though.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
believe
I'm
it.
sure.
Ooh.
I'm sure.
If we go hear any voice, it's gonna be Alana. That's Addie mama over
And
there.
I film her games, and I had to upload them on YouTube on mute because I was like, should nobody know that's my baby on the floor. I got to
Sounds
stop.
about right. Sounds
Yeah,
about
that's
right.
me. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've done as a basketball mom?
I don't think I've done anything embarrassing.
You just said you couldn't even upload the audio on YouTube. I know you done did something.
Sometimes I be yelling at the ref. I'm like, oh, weak ass ref.
I knew it. I knew that's that St. Louis
Like,
coming out.
Man, because they just be so pet. And like my daughter, she is a smart defender. She don't get fouls, at most maybe 1 or 2. So if I see them racking up like 3 or 4, I'm like, nah, that's you. You suck. You didn't read the rule
Call it out,
book.
man. Call it
You didn't read the
Giving
rule
Addie
book.
text from the stands. That is
I ain't never been
crazy.
put out though. I ain't never been
Okay,
put
that's
out.
good.
I ain't
That's
never been
good.
put out.
That's
Devin will
good.
grab my. They be like, okay, I will talk after the game. 'cause-
That is funny. Okay, let me switch it up. So, what was it like moving to Texas? Because you say you in what part of Texas are you in?
Dilly's.
Dillis.
I love
Dallas,
Dallas, by the way.
I haven't
I
been.
really do.
I ain't
You've never been
I
to
ain't been
Texas or
Dallas.
Dallas?
I've been to Texas. I haven't enjoyed Texas
He hasn't
yet.
experienced
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I went to Houston.
You
For
didn't
real.
enjoy Houston?
I didn't get to
didn't
enjoy
really
it. I ain't did nothing yet.
I think one of them
Everything-
was work, and then the other one was supposed to be leisure, but you got sick or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
like both.
Yeah,
I've
he
never gotten to actually be
trash.
down there and enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
always been for work, or the one time I was going to enjoy it, it was like a 48-hour trip, and I just didn't
It's
have
a
enough
quick
time.
turnaround. Like the flight, it took us an hour and 10 minutes to get here. So it's a quick flight.
It
I'm
is.
going. I'm gonna experience that.
I like Dallas. It'll be 5 years in May. We moved like at the height of COVID.
Yeah.
And I remember moving the weekend of the George Floyd protest. So when we moved, the city was under curfew. So like everything was closed after a certain time. So that was super interesting. And then of course COVID. So that whole first year, we didn't really do much because everything was pretty much shut down and we had to maneuver with masks. I would say like 23 was like my first year really getting around the city. I do like it.
Yeah.
I'm still a St. Louis ass nigga. Can I curse on here?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Say
Okay.
all the
It's a,
things.
it's a little seasoning.
I'm not a big cursor.
No, but
St. Louis
sometimes you got to
ass-
put that seasoning on there.
You know, I'm a St. Louis ass nigga through and through, but I do like it. You know, my husband's from Dallas, and so when he was here,
Oh,
when
not that I didn't know.
yeah, oh, you just thought we was one of the ones that just
Yeah.
decided to
That
move
That
to
was very
I thought
Dallas.
y'all-
ideal
now
that
that
your
you-
in-laws were there
Yeah,
too.
That's what I thought.
So he was
Okay,
born in San Antonio. They moved to Dallas when he was 7, so he is a Dallas ass nigga.
Wow.
That's
Okay,
how we
I
ended
love
up
it.
there.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's dope. Okay.
how we
Now
live.
it's all making sense. I'm so happy for this. This is
So how's
great.
the transition been though? Like after COVID and after
It
George
hasn't
Floyd?
been bad. Like Dallas, how I would describe it is it's faster than St. Louis, but not so fast to where you can't keep up. And that's like, I think the biggest difference from Houston too. Like Houston is super, super fast.
Yeah.
Dallas is just really big. Traffic, they can't drive, but St. Louisans can't drive. We either. So it's like a smidge worse. But it's more to do. We have a large population of people from St. Louis in Dallas. I have a lot of family. Like I moved and 4 of my cousins moved right behind me. My little brother lived in Dallas.
Oh,
Yeah, so
y'all
it's
good.
Yeah. So we have our own little
Because
holidays.
that's the worst
down
when you
there.
move somewhere and you gotta like
don't
just
know
get you gotta
nobody.
get your own community.
Yeah.
Man.
But what I will say, and part of this is on me too. Like I miss the creative tribe that I had here
Yeah.
in St. Louis because I felt like I left at a time that St. Louis was under like a creative renaissance. That all of y'all are just like peaking, and I'll be looking,
Yeah.
I'll be hating from outside the club. Like I'll be liking y'all stuff, and I'll be like,
you peeking down there
I
though.
would be here in the middle.
You really would be.
Killing
So,
Yes.
like, and the energy here is like, hey, what y'all doing? Like, let's just go shoot. Let's just go.
Let's just go do it.
I haven't found that in Dallas yet.
I was
might
gonna
have to
ask.
create it.
I was
I
gonna ask.
know.
Yeah.
Because you
I
are a
miss that.
pioneer. Like,
Yeah.
which I guess that leads into the next part of you being this creative director, creative everything, creative pioneer.
Okay.
Yes.
Like
Real fancy.
Yes.
you have been, allow us to just give kudos to you
Thank
because you have been killing it in the city for the longest time. We go talk about the documentary that you did.
Mm-hmm.
Before that though, what do you mean? Kinloch?
But I know, yeah, the Kinloch doc,
okay,
but
okay.
even before that, you have just been like making these waves in this river of St. Louis. And
Thank
I'm
you.
just honored that you even came on the show,
Yes.
that you're here.
Listen, I was having a moment when I knew that she was coming. I
You
said,
did?
"Oh my God, that's why I have this
Really?
shirt on."
Oh man, you like
Because
for
I
real.
have
Shout
not
out for
yet-
me.
Listen, I've been a fangirl of hers for years. Like I'm like, oh my God, this girl is so dope. She's from here. Wait, she gone. But that's okay. I'm gonna just keep up with her anyway. But damn, she's really smart. But she's very funny too.
All the
She's
things.
hella entertaining. But she's
I'm a
super.
funny ass
Yeah.
nigga.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I like her. I, feel
I
like
was
she's
happy
the
to get you
sister
on my
I
camera at
always
the first
wanted.
Lemon Pepper kickback. I'm like, oh, I gotta get
Oh
Alana
my
on this one.
God,
So you ain't
really?
even. Hey, listen. I said, oh, I gotta get her on the camera. You get the
Yes.
look.
Listen.
I said, I
But
gotta
she
get
likes
her.
to
It's a
dance, too.
I do
superstar
like
there.
to dance. No, it's I get that a lot. It always feels so weird because I'm like, y'all, I'll be
I just be
influencing.
being
Like,
chilling.
you know,
Yeah.
I just be
That's
influencing.
us.
You know?
That's
Yeah.
us. So
Thank
tell us
y'all.
more about this Kinloch doc. What made you want to do it?
So Kinloch Doc was birthed. My father is from there.
Okay.
And that's why I say kudos to WashU and where this all merges, right? So
Yeah.
I leave AmeriCorps and I go to WashU for social work. I'm in there for children, youth, and families. And after my first year, I'm like, why am I paying all this money to learn something that I was actively doing in the field already?
Mm-hmm.
Professor Jack Kirkland, that's Pawpaw.
Mm-hmm.
He's the founder of the Black Studies program at WashU.
Okay.
And he's teaching me social and economic development. I'm just learning so much about the city that I never knew before. Because I grew up in the county and my parents grew up. My mom was raised in Pruitt-Algon. My dad was raised in Kinloch. But I was 26 when I just learned about, all of the other areas and just what happened to impoverished Black communities in St. Louis. So we take a bus tour. I took a systemic racism course in East St. Louis with Professor Jack Kirkland. We stayed in East St. Louis for a week. And we took a bus tour through historic Black communities. So Mill Creek Valley, Pruitt-Igoe, Kinloch. It's another area out by Crestwood. And I was just like, what happened to Kinloch? Like, my people's from here, but by the time I was born, like, all of it looked like it does now.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a documentary on Kinloch. So I'm doing my Googles, I'm doing my research. I don't, there's clips on YouTube of people just like driving through there. And October 28, 2016, I'm in my second year in the program. I posted a Facebook post. It's like, has anybody ever done a documentary on Kinloch? If so, where can I find it? My friend Jaquie Rogers was like, why don't you make one? I said, okay.
Just like that.
Yeah.
No previous experience, no, nothing.
I love it.
Nothing. And so I did like YouTube University, just all of these different websites and just kind of studying just how, like, literally documentary filmmaking 101 is how I got started. But it was birthed through me trying to understand the impact that it had on my family. Like, I know y'all moved to Ferguson, but how did y'all get here? Like, I know y'all said, okay, the airport pushed them out, but like, how did they do that? And it just got really, really big. I was not expecting this to get as big as it did because I'm still in grad school. Like, it was a project. I was calling it like my Kinloch project.
Yeah.
It wasn't a documentary then. I graduated from the Brown School, still working on it. I got into continuity because continuity had just started.
Okay.
Continuity had just started. And when I applied, I was like, I'm going to get it. Not on no cocky type stuff, but it was just like everything just kind of feels very aligned. They only let in 10 people. So I was one of the first cohort, and the short was made in that. And so I did like a mini festival run with the short. It was only 4 minutes, so people are like, okay, so where's the rest of it? The rest of it costs money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so just piquing people's interest, and I fell deep into it. And now I'm one who listens to my intuition, and my husband would tell you to a fault. It didn't leave me. And even when I learned, there were 2 other people doing a documentary on Kinloch at the same time as me, who are already in the industry and who were already halfway done. And I almost didn't do it. I was like, there are already people. There's somebody who's like, she grew up in Ferguson. She
didn't know this.
She's already done the people I want to interview. Like, she's already interviewed. Like, and then Devin was like, but what that got to do with you?
Right.
Literally, but what that got to do with you? And so I did mine, and
you did your big one.
I did my big one.
Yes, you did.
I did my big one, and learning just like I'm not big on the camera. I love directing. I make people, my subjects feel comfortable. I got to heal through this process because a lot of my family members from Kinloch are deceased, and I got to talk to people who knew them from that lens. And my dad is the youngest surviving sibling amongst all of them, and I got to learn more about him, and I got to take him through Kinloch because he wasn't going through the city, and we got to connect on a deeper level. And he even got some paid speaking gigs from the opportunity with the Kinloch doc. And so for me, it's when people Google Kinloch, when people go to Wikipedia for Kinloch, I want, not just because I did it, but because it shows a positive highlight. Because there's so much online that's so negative, and people will be posting stuff, and I would comment, and then I would delete because I'm like, director, you're a director, pipe down.
Yeah,
I'm like, no,
you be on your Erykah Badu, like I'm sensitive.
No, I really am. I'm like, y'all got this community messed up. Like, yes, it's trash here, but you think people walking out their front door to dump trash here? No, like, let's put on our thinking caps, guys. And so this city, this community is so rich and full of history, and the communities like Kinloch deserve so much more. And I just say, I'm a vessel. Yeah, I'm a vessel.
Yeah, you did that though.
I started. You did that. No plans.
Listen, you said it though, because we both went to YouTube University to make this happen. I ain't have no plans on doing this. Yeah. She was like, pick up a camera. We need to start a YouTube channel. For what? Yeah. I'm a whole barber out here living my best life. Yes. She said, pick up a camera. And I'm like, all right, well, how am I learn? I don't really like learning from other people because people teach differently. And I know I learn differently. So let me just go on YouTube and learn at my own pace. And now we done started this whole production company, and it done led to a podcast. You went to YouTube University and created a whole documentary about a legend of a city here in Missouri. Crazy.
In the country.
In the country.
Yeah, it was one of the largest all Black communities in the country during its time. It was called the Harlem of the Midwest. The Dick Gregory's, the Jennifer Lewis, the Maxine Waters, Ola Ray, the love interest in Thriller. She's from Kinloch.
Oh, she is from Kinloch.
She's from Kinloch, yeah.
Oh.
My daddy.
And you uncovered all of that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's so dope.
So what's been like the hardest part of being a full-time entrepreneur?
Money. No, yes.
For real.
I would say the continuous belief in self. Like, I don't know how many times I have to convince my brain that, like, I know what I'm doing and I'm worth getting paid for it.
Yeah.
So it's like you'll get an opportunity to pay you, and then it's like your brain forgets.
Yeah.
And you got to do it again.
That
and your brain
imposter
forgets.
syndrome every
Every
time.
single time.
Every time.
And I don't know what it's going to take to condition my brain to know, like, okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I think that plays a part into just your humbleness.
Yeah.
I think just like some people, like, do you ever get stage, like asking Chris Brown or somebody, like, do you still get stage fright? You know, he may say no, but there are plenty of people who've been on stages for years and they still like, I still get the butterflies in my stomach, which speaks to their humbleness. Because how long have you been an entrepreneur full time?
Ooh. I left WashU in 2020.
Okay.
January of 2020.
So
this
we
is
going fifth year, 5 years.
of ebb and flow.
Every time.
And I've had moments where I went back into the workforce.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it. I actually prefer it because niggas need insurance.
For real.
Yes.
See, talk a little bit about that because people are going to be watching and like, oh, well, they both entrepreneurs. Like, well, they all three entrepreneurs. I'm going to go be one. This my sign. Hold on. Whoa there.
It's not easy and it is
not
stressful.
easy.
It is stressful. And I the perfect mix to me is to have both. So like I'm currently working now, which I'm sure we'll get into it later, but I still want my own creative agency. Like my biggest thing is flexibility over entrepreneurship. If I had the perfect remote role for a company, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But we getting older, we got kids, like insurance is expensive.
Niggas just bust my head for a couple grand for this tooth because I had to get a root canal.
Car breakdown. It's like your car just start acting up as soon as it smells.
Soon
money
as
gets
it's paid for.
It can
As soon
smell
as it's paid for, it really starts.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
As soon as you get some coins in your, it just stuff just start adding up. So I'm like, I feel like everybody should try it at least once.
Yeah.
But don't feel bad if you have to transition and pivot back to a 9 to 5. Like you do what work, and it's seasonal. You could be an entrepreneur for 5 years, and you decide like I want to try this. Like,
and you can always come back. That's the beauty of entrepreneurship. It's a revolving door.
Yeah.
It's always open for us.
Yeah, and I thought about going back to school to get my PhD.
Yeah,
I can totally see that.
I was like honorary me,
Honorary
me.
Because I can't do it. I ain't going back to nobody's school.
Yeah,
when
me
I
neither.
dropped
I
out,
think
I
I'm
said,
done.
I'm done.
It's
I'm
that
done.
black woman syndrome. We get bored and we like, I'm going back to school.
I'm going back to school. But see, y'all just so smart. Y'all got it. Because
I think Demi
what you got?
busy.
Yeah.
What's your degree? What's your house degree?
Master's in social work.
See, man, both
And I'm
of y'all
I'm a first gen college student.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you first gen too? Or
Yeah.
did your mom?
I was first gen too.
I love it. Kudos to y'all. Air 5, give me some. Okay.
He didn't finish. He dropped out of nursing school 3 months before finishing.
You was in nursing school?
I was in nursing school for 3 years.
I dropped out.
I dropped out.
Hey, don't say plies too loud in here though.
Listen.
We can do that over.
Yeah, I did 3 years in nursing school and dropped out.
I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
Jay has done so much shit though.
So I left nursing school, right? And then I became a massage therapist. I took what I learned in nursing school because I love the human body, healing it. I became a full-time, like my own entrepreneurial massage service business. And then I left there because I'm like, it ain't enough money. But I always had barbering in the background. So I've always just been a bouncing entrepreneur.
So you was a masseuse.
Yeah.
A nurse.
Yes.
She's doing the math now. She's doing the math.
You own the restaurant.
Yes.
Because I lived in Wilson Terrace.
So you knew
I'm
about
already
TK.
knowing. I'm already knowing.
A car salesman.
A
You was
poet.
a car salesman?
A car salesman. I was a.
You still a poet though.
I am. I was a what,
He
like
act
a
like he's
like
not,
a little
though. You still
nomad.
act like you.
I backpacked just through the country, going to different nightclubs, performing for money for like 2 years, just as a poet.
Mad at it.
As a poet, like so when people be talking about the grind and the hustle, Y'all can't tell me nothing that I ain't experienced. Can't talk slick to a can of oil over here.
So I'm gonna give you age because you actually look older. But
first off, I'm sexy. You can get my age. Stop playing.
I just
want
to know, like, when do you slow down? Because I know as creatives, y'all are natural creatives. Okay, you were born creative.
Yeah.
So it's like, when do you get to a point where you like, I think I kind of want to slow down, but still create, but like slow down where it's not so hustly bustly.
So for me, and then you speak to this too. For me, I wanted to slow down at around 30. It was a hard, like...
We had just started though, Jay.
We had just started, but in my entrepreneurial life, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 14.
Okay, understand.
And so once I hit 30, I'm like, okay, niggas tired.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to find something that I stay in because I love that I'm well-versed in all these different things, but what's that one thing that I can just sit in
now,
and
will
relax?
your mind allow you to do that?
And that's where the creative side of me, it doesn't let, like she said, I kind of want to go back to school. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Like, I done did this, I done
This
did
man
that.
want to get into real estate. He wants to speak. He wants to teach. He wants to.
But that's with the end goal in mind of residuals.
Yeah.
Like, I want to make sure that I have money coming in because these hands ain't gonna always work. These legs ain't gonna always work. I'm gonna always be good looking, but I need to make sure that I want to make sure that like when it's time for me to really, when life sits me down, that money is still coming in, and I'm not trying to like, start a GoFundMe just to get some McDonald's kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's me.
That's real though. Like, I honestly feel like I'm just getting started.
Seriously.
I do. I feel like I'm just getting started. I feel like I'm in a space where the ideas that I had 10 years ago are now coming to manifest.
Yes.
But it's the pace, because I have to understand, like, my husband is also an entrepreneur. He is also a creative. So also being mindful of like, I'm doing all of these things and I'm at the forefront, but he also has plans and ideas and visions that I want to make sure that I help propel to, because he's been an entrepreneur longer than I have. And then my girls, like my daughter is in high school. I want to be present. Like, I'm trying to be at every single game as much as I can.
Yeah.
And more so because when I went back to work when Addie was 8 weeks old. Like, she was with me at Mizzou. So a lot of her younger years were with me and me trying to finish and survive.
Right.
Demi is like soft life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get a do-over.
Yeah.
She let me be soft. She don't let me be soft.
I don't think so.
But I got to stay home with her for the first year. And, Addie was in daycare at 2 months. And so it's just different things that I'm trying to find pace. But there's so many things that I'm interested in. I have so many documentary ideas.
Yeah.
That I want.
Ideas that just
so many.
That don't stop coming because first I want to speak on this and then I'm going to tie back into this idea side. The dynamic that you said it very subtly, but I want to re-emphasize it because the black love that you and Dev have for each other, like you spoke about the dynamic of propelling his dreams and his visions because he's also an entrepreneur. It ain't just all about you. And you focus, y'all both take that energy and focus on the girls. And so speak about just the dynamic of having that partner who understands your lifestyle and what you're doing.
It's a blessing. That it's the cheat code, really. Like a creative being partnered with another creative. Like,
it's beautiful.
You get it. But he's been in that world. Like he's branding design, web design, graphic design, photography, videography. Like, he bought me my first camera when I thought I was staying immersed in social work. Like, my camera didn't come from documentary filmmaking. I had a online thrift and vintage store that I had in grad school that I wanted to take my own pictures for. So he bought me a Rebel TI camera that I was trying to,
everybody had that Rebel joint.
It worked when it worked.
And I love it.
But Devin is very much a role player, and he's like, he'll tell everybody, like, I'm married up. Like, I'm married up. Like, I know what I have. I know what she's capable of. And it's really like whoever propels first, that's what we lead with. And so that's kind of how we maneuver in our household. And I'm a jump first type person. Devin is very cerebral to a fault. And I'm more so like, I need to touch it. And then I think about it later.
I love
He's
it.
the planner. And I'll be like,
It's
no,
balance.
study long, study wrong.
So balanced.
We don't
that's
have a balance
beautiful
yet.
though because I'm.
We don't have a balance
balance yet.
Listen,
From
y'all
the
got.
way we're listening to it does feel and sound like balanced though, because
he be like, she gonna do it anyway, and I'm be like, I am.
Look, she know that once I'm locked in,
I can't
once I'm hooked,
it.
I gotta do it. I gotta fulfill it in some way, some shape and form. But because it's always such a hot topic, I have to ask. It's a hot topic in society. But speak on with everybody wanting to go 50-50. How does that look in y'all relationship?
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as 50-50. We lead with like, again, I'm the one with the full-time job right now. That gives him more flexibility and time to do what it is that he wants to do. He's way more nurturing with the girls than I am. I don't have that much patience.
Really?
Yeah, I love my girls, but he's like, I got him. Baby, I got it. Because Demi be trying me. But Devin, he's so good with kids.
Yeah.
And so we try to lean into the areas that we know that we're naturally good at and we have more patience for. And then we trade off from there.
So
he's
it's a
night
trade.
owl. I'm a night owl. Sometimes I need my sleep. So he let me sleep in.
Yeah.
So it really just depends. It
I
really
love
just
it.
depends. But he'll tell you there's
trade-off.
no such thing as 50. If you lean into 50-50, you just gonna piss yourself off.
Beautiful.
Every time.
So y'all hear that. For all the people that be wanting to know, like, you going 50-50 in relationship, it's about the dynamic of your relationship.
And if he make you go 50-50, you better leave.
I like it.
You heard what the lady said now.
I'm just saying.
So let's talk about Miss Auntie Tab, child. So first of all, before you talk about that, I just want to know, like, what were you thinking when you made the video?
Was it?
You're
Because you
quite
just
random.
went in and just did
She's
it.
so random with things, but I'm like, what was she thinking when she made the video?
90% of 99 of the content of mine that goes viral, even as a social media manager and a content strategist, I could put all the strategy behind it. The one that take off, I just be talking.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just be saying shit.
Yeah, I heard.
But like I meant so
Take us back to how it happened.
Yes.
y'all know I've been super candid about just the hardships of like how my life has been when I got laid off in 2022. I got laid off in 2022, 5 months pregnant, 2 weeks after we bought our house. And we just never have yet to been able to just like replenish. And so it's been super hard on my mental space. And so at the top of this year, because I believe it was like January 6th or 7th, and I dropped Addie's school off. Addie's school is about 40 minutes from the crib. I drive her to the bus stop 6:30 in the morning every morning. So I'm on my way back. And I'm just thinking about like, got to log in. I got to pay these bills. And I'm like, the enemy just like playing with my mind. I'm just like, but your bank, you ain't got it. You ain't got it. And I'm audibly in the car like, you can't have my mind. Like, nah, you can't have my mind. Like, you can't have my joy. I got my gospel music playing. I'm like, I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to communicate to who I need to communicate to. I'm going to put stuff on hold. If I ain't, you can't squeeze blood from a turnip if I ain't got it. You got it. But you're not. It's 6:30 in the morning. You ain't finna take my day from me. And this is what I'm saying to myself,
you
right?
barely got started.
So I get home. I think I had like 2 calls that day. But I've always felt this way about Tabitha. Always. And I don't know what she posted, but I was like, I have a 2:00 call. It's 1:30. Let me just post this real quick. Cause like, I rocks with Tabitha. Every time you post something, I'm just like, I be so happy for her.
Yes.
I smile when she smile. Like, I'm like, she doesn't have a niche. She is on my Mount Rushmore. She don't have a niche. She just, and I always say earring backs. Like, you can sell Q-tips and earring backs and it'll sell out. And did I think she would see it? Yes. But I'm like, you get notifications all the time. I'm like, I could just imagine you opening up your phone and the notifications that you get. But when I got on later that night and I saw that she not only commented, she responded and then she reshared it on her page. And then she followed me. And then she sent me a voice note. I was just like, thank you.
She sent you a voice note?
Oh, yes.
Auntie Tab sent a voice note.
Yes.
What
and
was
I was
that
just
feeling?
like, I put my phone down. And Devin was like, did you respond? I was like, no. He was like, what are you doing? I was just playing. Yeah, I was just playing. I was like, what did I do? Like, I really was just, and I was like, I want to work with you one day. So it was like, do you know what you want to do? I was like, no, I just don't want to work with her one day. I don't know. And so my mentor, Marty, shout out to her. Shout out to Marty.
Yes.
Shout out to
McDonald. I made her my mentor. She's an amazing businesswoman, just a go-getter from a small town, Tennessee. She got a book coming out called Audacious. Get it. It's in pre-order, pre-sales right now. But I'm her content strategist for the rollout. So we had a call the next day. She's like, before we do that, we finna send her email. Tabitha gave me her email.
Okay.
We finna send this email right now. And I was like, but I think I just need to hop on a call with her to flesh it out. She's like,
Yeah.
You thinking too much. So she was like, Marty's whole thing is about pitching, the art of pitching and putting yourself out there and not taking no for an answer. And if it is a no, go to somebody else. And so she helped me send the pitch. And so her manager got back and was like, we loved your video. Like, well, and this was also during the time of the California fire. So I was like, I'm not in a rush. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But Tabitha messaged me again last week. She sent me a voice note. You know I love a good voice.
I was gonna say like a good voice note.
I love a good voice note, and was like, I haven't forgotten about you. I woke up this morning. You were the first person on my mind and my spirit. I hope you're well. And I get to meet her next week. She'll be in Dallas.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's amazing.
Do I smell like a photo shoot?
Listen.
She can't tell us yet. Okay. Oh my God.
Listen, when opportunity meets preparation.
Yeah.
I'm
so excited.
I'm happy for you.
So dope. Like,
I'm a poet. I don't really have I don't be at a loss for words too often, but I am so proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Because
he's almost about to cry. Look at him.
Man, them allergies, man. Stop playing.
It is allergies.
It really is allergies. But
oh my God.
That's really dope because like as a creative my whole life, I know that feeling of the opportunity. Like we be prepared. Yeah. We got ideas that flow through our head all the time. But when that opportunity and that preparation collide and that one person or that one gig or that one moment just like intersects with what we already know.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
How I know it's God ordained because that was the catalyst for everything else that's happening in my life today.
Yes.
So this was at the top of January. I go viral with Tabitha. I fly home to shoot the rest of my interviews for my current documentary. And then the next day, the BET opportunity, the next day.
Yeah. Because I was so from the X.
The BET opportunity came about the next day while I was here. So what I'm learning in this industry, and we worked with Essence.
Yes.
It is about relationships.
It definitely is.
A friend of mine reached out and was like, hey, you still looking for work? I'm like, always.
Always. With the
Tell me what you want me to do. Literally, always. And he was like, yeah, my people's over at BET. They need, help with socials. I'm going to connect you with such and such. And so this is literally the next day while I'm in St. Louis. Working on a proposal for the residency that I just got yesterday.
Yesterday.
Congrats.
Woo.
Congrats.
Hey,
come on.
You about to make me throw. Can I throw the mic?
We should have brought a bottle down here.
I told you.
We need the popcorn.
I come home. My interviews were the next day. I had the whole day to myself. I'm working on this residency application that was due that night. I submitted. Her and I get on a phone call. She was like, yeah, this is what we need. Can you do it? I'm like, yeah, I did this at Essence. I can send you my portfolio. Didn't hear anything for 2 weeks. She got back and was like, good. I'm in alignment. That's how that happened through connection.
Yes.
Right. And Marty connected me with someone she knew at Pattern Beauty. So Devin and I got to shoot Pattern Beauty. So now we're in that network.
Tracy Ellis.
Yeah.
That's Tracy Ellis.
Okay,
Ross,
I was going to ask.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yeah.
Fine.
She is so fine. I feel like she would play me in a movie. That's mine.
Oh, I won't.
Yeah, she's like my
See,
big sister in my own world.
I like them older women.
She would play me in a movie.
You look like you like older women.
She could tell me what to do.
I do. I like older women and younger men.
I'd be Ving Rhames in the kitchen on Baby
it's a
Boy.
thing.
I sure would.
Not you hopping around.
I'll be on a
drinking Jody Kool-Aid.
I'll be on that. Wear that apron. What you want for
Would
dinner?
you make her some breakfast?
Jody.
Would I? She ain't gotta ask nothing.
Little Jody.
How you like your eggs scrambled, baby?
I'm not hungry anymore. But that was the catalyst.
That's crazy.
Tabitha was the catalyst. The conversation I had with God that morning was the catalyst because I had a heart posture of, yes, all of these things seemingly look like I don't have it. I don't have no control. That was the day I just put my hands on the table and I just relinquished it. Because trying to create in survival mode, you can't. Your brain shuts off. It shuts off. And so I literally relinquished control and was like, you know I need money.
Right. For real.
You see the pay slip in the mailbox. You know what I'm saying? You know it. If anybody know it, nigga, you know it. Like, I don't know how, this how I talk to God, right?
Real talk. You got to have that right relationship.
This how I talk to him, like, dog, like, I'm just tired of being angry. I'm tired of being sad. I'm just tired of, like, Demi is a walking blessing. Demi is an IVF baby. Like, We're still in our house. Like, we haven't skipped a beat. It's not what I want, but like all of our needs are met. And I'm just tired of being angry. And so I just put my hands on the table and was like, here. And it literally back to back to back to back to back to back.
Wow.
I love it. That's so
I love
dope.
how the opportunities have come in such alignment that you don't even have time to be in your own way now.
I really
you don't have
don't.
time to be in your own head about anything.
I don't.
And I love that for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's going to continue to go that way.
I do too.
It's going to continue to go that way because, baby, when I say you are it, you have that thing that you're meant.
Tell me more. Tell me
You're
more.
meant to be behind the camera, but also in front of the camera because I feel like you're a huge advocate for so many things.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what's next for you. I'm gonna get your autograph before you leave.
Like, for real. Because even back when we shot Essence together,
yeah.
how many did you have go viral? You were the first one. So
I had the first viral moment.
I'ma paint
Who's
the
the
picture.
celebrity? Who was
I'ma
it?
paint the picture.
Girl, met the
So
man.
Method Man, it's like what, 15 of us?
Professional.
15 professionals
Yeah.
in the room. We all got together.
I remember the video. That was your video.
That was
We're
me.
like we like the Avengers of the Essence social team, right? We all are like on a mission to everybody got to post. We need to make content. We need to do what we do. We're content creators.
We was
Right.
working.
running up
working.
and down the convention center.
Jay
We
said
got to
he
get
didn't
this
eat.
celebrity.
Did you eat?
I did. I have to.
Jay was drinking
Adderalls
Red
and Red
Bulls.
Bulls, baby.
Oh, we told him it was food in the other room.
Adderalls and Red Bull. That's all I need. But listen, we running up and down. We got to get this celebrity, come back upstairs, edit it, send it over to the socials, back and forth, all of that. And we like, okay, one of our videos got to hit because we all real good at what we do. And the one video, he made an announcement like, let's give a shout out to one person because their video has now sparked the fire. After that, it was up. But we were all waiting on that one moment. And who had that one moment? Who started it off? Who was the pioneer?
It was so random too. I told you it'd be random. It'd be
That
random.
one.
That wasn't even my intention.
I know.
I was like, oh, I want to do a black man smile montage. I'm gonna just go around and capture black man smiling. And so I saw him getting off the panel because I wasn't even over by that area. And I was like, oh, I got my little badge. I ain't supposed to be back here, but I'm gonna go back here. So he's coming through the tunnel. And then I forgot what other videographer was there, but he was also filming in front of me. Professional videographers and editors. And I'm just with my phone, right? So I'm like, Meth, can you smile for me? Didn't nobody tell this man to lift his shirt, but thank you. He lifts his shirt, smiles while he's walking past his own picture. It was very serendipitous. And I didn't even catch that until I watched
Worked out perfectly.
And I just send it upstairs. And I go about to the next. I wasn't even thinking about it. I go about to the next thing. I just send it upstairs. And I think I had captured something else. And but when I walked back in the room, y'all were clapping. And I'm like, what? He was like, no, it's already
hidden.
I'm not looking. Because it's like being in those spaces and being around those celebrities, you just have to keep
going and going.
And act like you've been somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Act like you was raised right. You know, it was a moment.
It was a moment.
He's really that fine in person.
I'm almost knowing.
And then the Jennifer Lewis.
Yes.
That was my North Star because I said, if anybody see Jennifer Lewis, tell me where she is because I want to meet her. I want to go down. So she was backstage in the beauty area, getting ready to speak. And I'm back there and I was like, Jennifer Lewis. I was like, Kinloch's fine. And she was like, you don't know nothing about no Kinloch. I said, who don't? Who don't? I said, baby, I'm Pauline Flowers' granddaughter. And she just like hugged her chest. And she came and gave me a hug. And she was like, now which one is your mama? I said, it's not my mom, it's my dad. She said, call him. So my dad is potty training Demi when I'm calling him on FaceTime.
I'm weak.
He's sitting on the big toilet. She on the little toilet. And I give her the phone and they're just talking. And I'm behind her and she's just like embracing my face. That was my moment because it felt like home.
Yeah.
And so I think like my birthday was the next week and she got her star out front of the loop.
Yes.
She invited my parents and they came. It was on my birthday. And so when they came to the dinner, she brought my parents up and was like, I got a story. I saw this beautiful girl down at Essence Fest talking about she knew something about some Kinloch.
Classic Jennifer.
Literally beautiful girl. I was like, these are her parents. Jennifer Lewis was my dad's camp counselor in Kinloch, and Jennifer Lewis's mom and my grandma were really close friends. They were in the Wildflowers social group in Kinloch. That was my moment.
Wow.
That was, but coming back from Essence, and I screenshotted it. I was like, I feel like August 8th, my life is about to pick up at a pace that I need to prepare for. And it's Literally.
And now here we are. You had about 4-5 months to prepare the end of the year. And now top of the year, boom, boom, boom. Hey, I love to hear the story and how everything always comes together.
It always works out.
Hey, this is beautiful. Beautiful. So we go switch it up now. We go into my favorite section of the moment. And I think yours is going to be absolutely wonderful. We go into rapid fire, slow burn.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You've been watching. You've been peeping on it too. We're going to ask you just a series of questions and we want you to give us the first thing that comes to your mind. And so we've put together a couple of questions. Let's see what we got. You want to go first or me?
I'm going to go first and I'm just going to go off the grid. It's not on her.
Okay. Look, take it away.
Because I know she loves music, specifically old school. So like, what's that one song that just takes you back to your childhood?
I'll write a song for you by Earth, Wind & Fire. It actually makes me cry. It reminds me of like 4th of July at my grandma's house. She stayed behind January Wabash Park in Ferguson. And I'm playing dominoes, Bid Wiz on the table, all the Vest sodas in the old refrigerator in the garage. Not in the house, in the garage. And I smell her house when I hear that song.
I love that song too.
I love it. If your kids had to describe you in 3 words, what would them 3 words be?
Bruh. And I'm bruh.
Is Demi saying bruh?
Not yet. Not yet.
It's on the way.
Not yet. Addie calls me bruh. Addie want to be me, so that's cool. Do too much.
Okay. Give me one more.
Fine. I'm young Demi and young Addie's fine ass mama.
Filthy.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. Okay. GT, what you got?
Okay. You wake up as Devin for the day. What's the first thing you doing?
Yes. Come on.
I checking on Demi, making my mushroom coffee, rolling up and going in the garage.
Yes.
That is his morning ritual.
He has a hard life, doesn't he? I've never had mushroom coffee, by the way.
Not those shrooms. Not those shrooms.
No. I know
but
what you're
he
talking
swear
about.
by it. He was like, I don't crash. That's the morning ritual. He got his little Hershey's creamer, the mushroom coffee in his little mug, roll up, go into the garage,
nice.
got his slides on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good life right there.
I
like it. Considering you are now the senior manager of socials for BET and BET Plus and VH1.
Let's go.
There we go.
Let's go. Put some respect on this lady's name, please.
Which BET show could you see yourself being a guest star on?
See This World.
See This World?
Do you remember when I had a low cut? I had a low cut and I wanted to be her for Halloween. And I just want to.
Jay might be too young to know about See This.
I'm not hip.
The little cartoon, like.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta put
Maybe I gotta rewatch it and
she used
it'll
to host like videos. It was like an AI
animated character. You gotta watch it.
She had her own show.
But another favorite show of mine was Midnight Love. Did you ever watch it?
I know about Midnight Love. I love that Midnight Love, boy. It was the PG version of
Midnight, and of course 106 in Park. Like I just always wanted to be in the crowd. I always wanted to go to New York to be in the audience.
I wanted to be on Freestyle Friday.
Yeah, you can't rap here.
Man, stop playing with me.
You was gonna go against Blind Fury?
Why was I thinking about Blind Fury? I said he would have been my final boss level of the Freestyle Friday.
That was a time.
It really was. It was great.
314 Day is coming up. As you know, it's a national local holiday here. Okay. So the question is mono, my about, or heel toe?
Mono. Inward heel toe, because I can do both of my hoes.
Oh.
What's the do your
dance on that hoe?
Yeah. And then my about.
You gonna be doing
my coordination don't be there with my about.
She really
I really am. I mean,
look, we all finna take our Asper cream and everything because niggas is old now.
I just flat out my hair yesterday, and my friend Soul was like, "Why would you do that?" Because I was like, well, I got the podcast, so I want to be. But I'm gonna put the little twist up and put the little butterfly clips right here.
Okay, she going straight old school.
And then I gotta go to Grills Factory to see if they.
Because we gotta come with the grills.
I came last year and I got them, but my teeth shifted, so I gotta see if they can fix it for me.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go to the Galleria.
Because I definitely got my grill. Do you got a grill?
I want one though.
You should.
You ain't gonna have one by tomorrow.
I got me some things.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one for my
I got mine up top. My lips too big. You can't see my bottom row when I talk.
For a lot of things.
I'm
I know, man. I know it's tragic. Things you got to deal with.
You just gotta get a little 3.
I got the 2 on each side.
How many grills you got?
I had 3.
I ain't seen you wear one.
I lost one.
Everybody done lost the grill. I think that's a ritual at this point.
Put it in a napkin and left it on the table.
Look, I bought a whole cup and I keep it in the glove compartment. I'm ready for tomorrow. Okay, last one.
Second to last one.
Second to last one? Okay, you got one.
Yeah.
You have to rebrand St. Louis with a new slogan. What's the tagline?
Ooh.
We gonna say that the original one is I'm from the Lou and I'm proud.
I'm from the Lou and I'm proud.
You gotta rebrand St. Louis slogan.
Hard.
That's a great question though.
That is a great question because I'm long-winded. ChatGPT, I need you because I always like it's always regarded as flower of the country, right? But you don't have to go to the coast to get talent. So if I could put that in like one, I don't know. That's a slow.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
Slow.
I know.
That's a good question.
That is a great
I like
question.
that.
She'll have to come back on and
That's
then get
fine.
back
That
to
is a
answer.
really good question.
Yes, I'm happy I stumped somebody.
You did.
Yeah.
Damn it. Watch it come to me when I get in the car.
As a fellow podcaster,
Mm-hmm.
who is like your dream interviewee?
That's a good one to end it on.
Issa?
Issa Rae?
You gonna meet her though.
I think so.
Oh my God, hell
Meet
yeah.
her?
I
She
think
gonna be
so.
working with her.
I received
yeah.
I received that.
Like,
That too.
what?
I received
That's
that.
that's
looking
in
forward
the
to
works.
that.
Listen,
I'm
do y'all
looking
touch and
forward
agree?
to-
Do y'all touch and agree?
Listen.
Amen.
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 That's like saying you going to the store
Yes,
and
yes.
you go walk past bananas. Of course,
But
you're
that's
at the
the thing,
grocery
too,
store.
Like I'm in a season of belief because for the past 2 years, it was just hard for me to maintain my imagination. And I got my imagination back. So to say something like a Tabitha or an Issa or an Ava, it doesn't feel far-fetched for me anymore. It's I can put it on a board and it feels very real. It feels very tangible.
love it.
Amen.
So that's what I'm most grateful for is I have my imagination back.
And I love that.
That's a
Speaking
great
of
way
your
to end
imagination, I just got one more thing because as St. Louis natives and collabing and doing all the things, we collab and we connect in so many ways. You yourself have a podcast as well. Yes. Can you just tell us a little bit about this podcast so that the people know where to find you and your show as well?
The Halfway Grown Podcast.
It's amazing.
Shout out to my friend and co-host Key. She hilarious.
I wish you could have been here.
I
She
know.
is
I wanted
so
you to be
freaking
on
funny,
too.
man.
I know. Now, yeah, baby, we would have needed about 3 hours then because we would have had us
We
a
got time. We got time today.
And it's essentially just conversations about adulting and all of the hardships that come with adulting, but through a humorous lens.
I love
The
it.
Halfway Grown Podcast. It's on Apple iTunes,
Make sure y'all check it out.
Spotify, on the YouTube,
All the things.
iHeart, if that's what you like.
And what's y'all's IG?
Halfway Grown Podcast. I'll be forgetting if the does on there or not. It should pop up when
It's
you
gonna pop
search.
up
When you
soon as
search,
y'all type
it's
it in.
orange. It's orange.
Well, and on that note, we appreciate you so much for coming through,
Thank
showing us
y'all.
some love. This was amazing.
Oh my
You
God.
dropped some gems on. Oh, speaking of gems, no, you of course, gotta give the people
yes.
a NARP nugget to
Yeah.
end the show.
I think so. Man, always
You gave so
maintain
much.
your imagination. I don't care what your circumstance looks like. I don't care what's in the bank account like. Never allow life's woes to strip you of your imagination. If you have that as your base foundation, everything else can grow from that. Always maintain your imagination. Don't let nothing or nobody strip you of your imagination.
Not even your age, right?
Not even your age.
Very good.
Not even your age.
You about
That's great advice.
75. That dementia start kicking it.
You
on that
you
note-
a 45. A 45, okay?
Thank you, boo.
Listen.
Thank you, boo.
And on that
Alana
note, we
has
want to
spoken.
thank you all for watching yet another beautiful episode of Not a Real Podcast. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, do all of the wonderful things. Make sure that you go follow Halfway Grown Podcast, like, share, subscribe on all of their platforms. It's everything as well. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, if that's your thing.
All the things.
Spotify's better. And then make sure that y'all just show some love to all the creatives out there because we need it. We need y'all love. We need y'all support. And then make sure that you don't stop imagining. You don't let that imagination die because when you have people like Chiquita that are your co-hosts, they tend to strip you of it.
You can find me
In St. Louis, where the guns play, rain all day, nah, some got jobs and some sell, yeah. What they do? But other than
Just smoke your butt.